As a beautiful morning unravels in the city of Urumqi in China, a Russian Illusion Il-76 plane is found burning in a field 10 kilometers away from Urumqi airport, killing 7 people. But this is no normal air crash. How did an Azal Avia Cargo flight's routine takeoff end up on the ground? Come with me as we look at the events minute to minute of possibly one of the most mysterious crashes to date. My name is Jonathan, and this is Minutes from Disaster. May 18th, 2004. At 9:30 local time at Urumqi Airport in the city of Urumqi in China, an Azal Avia Cargo flight is taxiing to the runway for its flight to Baku in Azerbaijan. It originated from Taizhuan in China and was supposed to fly straight to Baku in Azerbaijan. But instead, it made a stop in Urumqi to add fuel and an extra cargo on board. The plane in question is an Illusion Il-76, a strategic cargo plane designed by the Russians. In the cockpit, there are 4 crew members consisting of Captain Vyacheslav Volin, 47 years old, First Officer Viktor Samoilov, 39 years old, Flight Engineer Vasily Busigin, 40 years old, Navigator Sergei Kudryashov, 42 years old, and in the cabin, 3 people consisting of Flight Engineer Instructor Vasily Kurada, 46 years old, Flight Operator Alexander Mali, 40 years old, Second Flight Operator Ali Rahman Ogli Jabarov. All of them are from Ukraine by nationality. It's a very hot day with temperatures more than 30 degrees Celsius, which may pose a threat to flying, but still under the limit. With a tailwind of more than 26 knots, at 9:50 local time, the Azal Avia Cargo flight lines up on the runway and begins its takeoff run.
Turn lights on, takeoff V1 235.
Speed is increasing.
The crew have set the speed of 250 kilometers to be the speed at which they will rotate after reaching it.
150. 180. 210. V1.
Continue takeoff.
The runway end is getting closer and closer. But after reaching the rated speed, things don't go as planned.
Altitude 5 meters.
Gear up.
Belly's in gear.
Putting the landing gear up will reduce drag and make the plane climb faster.
Mechanization is removing.
10 meters.
Gear coming up.
It's okay.
We should remove the lights.
Remove lights.
Lights off, remove.
Off. Remove.
Speed 260.
Okay.
The plane is not going up and remains low, close to the ground.
Where should we turn around?
Let's turn back then, Captain.
Not now. For now, let's go straight.
With a small bank.
Maybe it's better without bank.
Okay.
By miracle, the plane starts going up again.
Captain, negative vertical speed.
I control it, Sergei. Get out of there.
Captain! What?
Get out of there,
What's
Sergei.
the speed?
Sergei,
Speed decreasing.
get out of there.
Speed.
The plane starts going down gradually.
Speed is decreasing.
That's it. We're done.
Oh, guys! That's it, Dan.
At 9:52 local time, the Azal Avia Cargo flight crashes onto a field, dragging its nose for several meters before coming to a stop and then bursting into flames. Astonishingly, only the front is heavily damaged, and the rear remains undamaged. Fire spreads fast around the front of the aircraft. Firefighters quickly arrive and douse the fire. Sadly, all the 7 crew members are killed in the fire. 1 hour after the crash, the Chinese investigators arrive and take the 2 black boxes, which are used to record the voices in the cockpit and the flight parameters of the plane's last 30 minutes of flight. Having the black boxes in hand, they begin the investigation. So why did this plane crash? After listening to the 2 black boxes and doing research, one undyingly and glimmering factor was noted: overweight. The plane was simply too heavy for flight. It was reported that the plane was 3 times over its maximum cargo weight. As to how that happened, that's where the mystery begins. After finding out that the plane crashed because of overweight, the investigation went silent. Up to today, we don't know how the plane became dangerously overweight. And the crazy thing is that no one took the blame for it. It seems like this crash was swept under the carpet. So while we do know why the plane crashed, we do not know why the plane became like that in the first place. An anonymous pilot who did this kind of flights on the Il-76 plane later testified that flights in China were usually and always overloaded, but his testimony cannot be verified because we don't know if it was a lie or the truth. Now, with this little information we have, let us go minute to minute, putting everything we have learned as we see the chains of events. At 9:10 local time, 42 minutes from disaster, the Il-76 plane lands at Urumqi airport to refuel and to add more cargo. From here till the takeoff time, we don't know what happens, but for some reason, the plane becomes overloaded 3 times over the maximum cargo weight. And so, at 9:50 local time, 2 minutes from disaster, the plane lines up on the runway and begins its takeoff run. The takeoff is slow and sluggish, and yet the crew decides to continue the takeoff, as if it's a normal routine takeoff. With a rotate speed greater than 250 km per hour, to achieve it and to get into the air, the plane overruns the runway. At 9:51 local time, 1 minute from disaster, miraculously the plane gets into the sky. The climb rate is low and the plane struggles to climb, but miraculously the pilots fight on, keeping the plane in the air. But physics catch up to them, and so at 9:52 local time, the plane crashes into the ground, killing 7 people. May their souls rest in peace. Hey there, thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share, like and to subscribe. Don't forget to check out other things in the description. If you have more time, I would like to invite you to check out my other videos on your screen right now. See you next time. Bye.